Pittsburgh, PA. Fair of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So a very short kicker. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Hey, Delta.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Stop your whine.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Chopper! Ready?
First carry for James Conner. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 13-yard touchdown run on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready! 70, Indy.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, lock it.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Go now. 60 out now.
Right shift, 33. 33.
They'll try and start this. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Second and 9 now. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 45 yards. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
On first down, Nickerson. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So it wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52.
And they'll run it here with Adams. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Second and 11. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Got it.
Check Mike, 11, check Mike.
Bravo.
Bring it. Hey, check Mike.
He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Nice pick.
Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
52's the mic. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On second down now. Nickerson. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. These two teams all tied after one.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Ten Lobo.
Here we go.
Go, go.
Hey, we got 3 down. My 52.
Get.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. A gain of 28 yards there, and give them a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defense.
Executed crossing route. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let him know. Check nickel. Shift. Watch the shift.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
He'll try and run for it with Connor. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
6-6, pull it high. Smooth.
Back to throw here. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
13 yards. First down, New Orleans.
On the ready.
50. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Speak Griffin.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all.
Down carry, it's Kamara. Kamara's got the 1st down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now back to throw. Trying to lay one up. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The lead. Now that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 72 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Where's 52? Watch 52.
On second down, Nickerson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Check tight, check tight, check tight.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Room here. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Moved out in front. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
They're on 36-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Check 61, matchbox, deep grip.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
First down, New Orleans.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Safarian Jenkins has it. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working there.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Saints 31, Steelers 28.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now this time he'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's Connor on 1st down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 41 yards. Mixon with a 1st down carry. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Greystone travel.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Again, it's Mixon. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And Boswell has this one going left, no good. He missed it left, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Leo! Hey, shoot!
They'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to Batson. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Complete to Cameron Batson. First and goal at the 10-yard line.
60 yards.
You can't block me.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
There was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Second and 6 at the 35-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Topper!
Show it up. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Back to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We are through 3 quarters here on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Hey, high 7.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Now.
Looking to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Everyone got 4 down. Check it.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Boswell's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis.
A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Steelers 31.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
You ain't got nothing. Tight go.
This is Mixon. And some room to run now. He's able to rip off 32 on that one.
And a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on 1st down. Demario Davis there on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pull it high. Hey, Alpha. Hey, Mike 52. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one covers 29 yards. First down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Mike 52, Mike 52. All day, baby, all day.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
47,
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
On the ready.
47, check my 47.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Smooth.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Right here, right here.
47's the mic.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. I'm coming.
Go.
Back to throw.
Coming after you.
Fighting through pressure. Powers through. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, orbit.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
I got him. Get it.
He'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Saints, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to